In a time of mass layoffs, studio closures, and live service games shutting down left and right, Helldivers 2 did something extremely right, or extremely correct. And if you don't know, Helldivers 2 was made by Arrowhead Game Studios and published by Sony. Right now, this is a PlayStation exclusive, PlayStation and PC exclusive, but it has people on all platforms wanting to get their hands on this game. So in my opinion, there are two different things that Arrowhead did correctly here. In my honest opinion, it does not have anything to do with the fact that the game cost $40, which is $30 than most AAA games. So some people may not consider this a AAA game. It may be more AA, but getting back to the point I'm trying to make, they focused on making the game fun. Now, when you first jump into the game, you go through a training, and then you're kind of thrown into this Starship Troopers type world where you're fighting against bugs and robots. So the game, again, like I said, is extremely fun, extremely simple when it comes down to the base gameplay loop, but it brings people back to this time where they would just jump into a quick game, have a ton of fun with their friends, die, kill each other, all of those things. The game is a ton of fun. That gameplay loop is on point. Now, I said that its success has nothing to do with the way that, or how much the game costs, and that's not 100% accurate. Now, its base cost is not important, but they really did the Battle Pass system very, very well. There are a ton of games out there with Battle Passes. You have Call of Duty, you have Halo, you have Apex Legends, and many of them do it right. I think before this game, one of my favorites was Apex, because you would have to buy, well, actually you don't have to buy anything after the initial purchase. And I think that is one of the things that's most important. But if you do buy a Battle Pass, it does two things. It gives you access to more cosmetics, a few different guns, but those guns are not important when it comes to you doing well in the game. And then you can access more premium currency fast. But one thing I did notice is in its base Battle Pass, just by playing the game, you can earn enough premium credits to buy one of the many premium Battle Passes that are available right now. And I think that, in my opinion, is key when it comes to the success of a live service game. So you make the game fun first, and then when it comes to purchasing things in the game, make it easily accessible in some way, and don't force players to pay to win. Now, I will say this is a PvE game, and Arrowhead did confirm that they will not be doing any PvP modes, and I think that really helps with that. In my opinion, the longevity of the game and just keeping player satisfaction. So we have that first piece. You have the Battle Pass, making premium currency accessible, and then just having that gameplay loop. That is pretty much the main part of the game itself. Then the second part is building a community. Now, I'm not talking about Discord, I'm not talking about Twitter, and I'm not talking about things like YouTube. Even though they do participate, they do have Discords, they do have Twitters, they do put out a lot of their information on those mediums. Arrowhead has been able to implement community into the game in a very unique way. Now, if you haven't played the game, you're a part of this core of this intergalactic space army, and you're called a Helldiver. Now, as a Helldiver, you're battling to save Super Earth, and you're currently battling against robots and bugs. I'll keep it simple. Every time you jump into a match or a map, you are contributing to the liberation of that planet in the solar system. Now, people have felt so connected just by playing this game because of that aspect, because every single individual person, not just your individual game, but every player that plays this game contributes to the liberation of all these different planets. And I think that creation of community has really kind of locked people into this game. I know I said there were two things that Arrowhead is doing really well with Helldivers, but I do want to put in one last thing, and this is important when it comes to any live service game, and that is content updates. It's easy to do, okay, more planets, those can be randomly generated, but again, new battle passes, new weapon skins, new weapons, new armor skins, new enemies. They've been able to, either in a bi-weekly or monthly basis, throw these things out, have people play. If things aren't working out the way that they thought, or if they're not balanced, they're quick to address any issues. I think overall, this is just a well-rounded live service game. And I'm actually doing another video on this, on whether or not kind of modern games are ready to kind of jump into live service. But I think from everything that I've played so far, I think many studios need to take note of what Arrowhead has done. And again, I will go back and say, it's not about the game being cheaper than $70. It's a level of accessibility and fun that I think a lot of studios that are mainly focused on making money, which I understand is very important for the longevity of studios. That's why so many studios are closing, because the lack of money made. But if you can just take a little bit more time and perfect that gameplay loop, perfect the in-game currency, the in-game battle passes and things of that nature, I think we'll see a lot more double, triple, and even indie games that are able to be as successful as Helldivers 2. So I know this was a little bit all over the place, but this is more of a conversation. If you made it this far in the video, I appreciate it, and I'd love to continue this conversation. So go ahead and subscribe if you like, leave a comment, leave a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and just let me know what you think about Helldivers 2. If you had a chance to play, or if you want to have a chance to play, just let me know your thoughts, and we'll see you next time.